Cold approach is on easy mode for jacked guys. I've been on both sides of the spectrum trying to talk to girls when I was skinny, shy, and insecure. And also the last 4 years been cold approaching as a jacked guy who's developed his confidence, presence, and body. And the difference is insane. So in this video, I'm breaking down the 5 lessons that I learned about how girls respond to jacked guys. Starting with the first lesson, which is that you have maximized your attraction and girls really respond to this. When you are jacked and you are lean, you are the most attractive version of yourself physically. Everything changes. Obviously your muscles and your body fat, but also just things like your jawline. You'll have less fat, your jawline will be more protruding and obvious, and girls really like these little things. It makes you the most attractive version that you could possibly be. And the difference between being fat and skinny and then being jacked is completely day and night. And I've seen this myself being someone who grew up super skinny. I was shy, I was insecure, I got no attention from girls. And also just from a third person perspective, my best friend growing up in New York, he was 300 pounds overweight. And you can only imagine how girls treated him. He even saw a difference in how he was treated doing pizza delivery, because we would do pizza delivery back in high school. And when he went from 300 to 160, lean and jacked, he said he was getting more tips, people treated him nicer. It is a completely different life that you live when you are lean and jacked. You are the most attractive version of yourself. We can even take this in the opposite side of the spectrum. Let's take our lens and viewpoint on girls. If you have 2 girls come up and talk to you, let's say girl A is overweight. She has fat rolls, you can see her double chin. Are you gonna go with that girl or girl B who has a tight body? She's got nice waist, skinny waist, a nice ass, she's been hitting her hip thrust, doing her squats, and she's got some nice titties. Which girl are you gonna pick? It's obvious it's gonna be girl B. I'm gonna choose girl B every single day. So it really just gives you so many more opportunities. It gets your foot in the door with more girls. It allows your personality to shine, whereas otherwise you'd never even get the opportunity. So the attraction factor that you have when you are lean and jacked, it 10x's everything about you. Your personality becomes better naturally. Everything about you becomes better when you are lean and jacked. It's that simple. And for that reason, I built every single one of you an aesthetic body transformation guide showing you exactly how you can go to being the most attractive version of yourself. Everything you need, all the different workout programs, diets, everything you want to do in terms of what muscles to develop to be super attractive and aesthetic. It's completely for free. It's the first thing in the description below. And the second thing I learned is that you can get away with way more when you are lean and jacked. Whereas when you are skinny or you are fat, you really have to do something to win girls over. When you are lean and jacked, you're automatically winning girls over for that reason, that you're so attractive that they want you for your body, and then your personality can shine with ease. See, let's look at this in the opposite lens once again. If my favorite actress, Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson, came up to me and used a cheesy pickup line, I'd just laugh and go along with it. But if some fat girl tried to use a cheesy pickup line on me, I'm not gonna go along with it. I might be polite, but I'm not gonna go along and try and have this conversation with her, and I probably wouldn't even wanna have a conversation with her normally. I'm always nice to everybody, but I'm not gonna give her the time of day. So no matter what you say when you're attractive, take aside the fact that those 2 girls, Margot Robbie and Scarlett Johansson, are famous. I'm just trying to give you someone that you can imagine in your mind who's beautiful. Those are my 2 favorite types right there, blonde hair, blue eyes, great bodies. Even if they're not famous, even if they were dead broke and they use some cheesy pickup line, I'm going along with it because they're very attractive. That's the point I'm trying to make. Whereas if a girl's fat, I'm not going to give her the time of day. I might be nice and polite and excuse myself within a couple seconds, but it's just not going to happen. So you don't have to know too much. As long as you have a basic level of social skills, you can be somewhat charming and charismatic and just a nice, fun guy. Girls are going to want to get with you. It's genuinely that simple because your body is the factor that wins them over. You don't have to do anything else to try and win them over. You've automatically won them over when you step into the room. And the third reason is that your body language is primed to make you look more confident. So when you are skinny or you are fat, your body language is never really gonna make you look amazing. It's never gonna make you look confident, like someone who commands a room. But when you're jacked, it's very natural for you to do that. Like your shoulders are just gonna be down and back naturally. You're gonna have broader shoulders. You're gonna be more filled in. It makes you look more intimidating, more attractive, more dominant. Whereas let's take skinny, for example, to start. A lot of the time, the skinny guys who don't work out at all, who aren't athletic, they have kind of like that nerd's neck and their shoulders roll forward usually. There's no muscle in their arms. Their chest goes inward. It's just not a good look to have. It doesn't make you look confident. It doesn't make you look like someone a girl would want to sleep with. And obviously the fat one is the fat one. I mean, you kind of just look. I don't want to belittle anybody, but you get the point. If someone's really overweight and fat, they just look bad. We don't got to go into it too much. You know what it is, what it looks like. So when you have that lean, jacked physique, your body language will make you look confident even if you're not. That's the thing that helped me massively. When I was developing my confidence, when I was a shy, insecure kid, but I put on some muscle, I now started to look confident. So new people who I met, when I started going out and talking to new girls, they thought I was more confident than I really was just because I went up and talked to them. I had the courage to do that. So they thought I was naturally confident, even though sometimes I would be panicking inside. I managed to keep my cool and my facial expressions and all that, but they responded to me in such a different way because of my body, because of my body language, because I looked more confident, because I was able to go up and talk to them. It was just on easy mode, as the title says. So that's really one of the huge reasons for getting jacked. If you are someone who is shy or insecure, it's gonna make you look confident even when you're not. That was the biggest cheat code for me. And the fourth reason is that you display the character traits of a successful man. No girl wakes up in the morning who is single and thinks, I really just want a guy who is a loser, who sits in front of the TV and plays video games, smokes weed and jerks off all day and does nothing with his life. No girl has ever thought that. They want someone who is accomplished, who is a go-getter, who is disciplined, who is hardworking, who's gonna do something with this life and build an attractive life for himself and her. That's what every girl wants. No girl wants someone who is lazy, undisciplined, and fucking addicted to all different kinds of garbage. That's not a girl's dream. So when you have a great body, it shows that you have some of the character traits of that type of person. Even if you're not perfect, even if you're still getting there, like when I was younger, I still had my vices, but I was in the gym, but at least I was on the right path. And as it's fucking proven and it's played out now, I have gone to the right path. So it's much greater probability that someone who is jacked is gonna lead a better lifestyle and do better things in their life than someone who is just skinny, doesn't go to the gym at all, or fat is even worse, honestly, because then you're completely undisciplined with your diet. At least if you were skinny and you just watched what you ate, you're at least on the healthier side of the spectrum than fat. But you're really a winning bet, especially as a young guy. Girls are gonna think that you are a winning bet and they're gonna wanna get with you just for the fact that you have those character traits of being a successful man in the future. And especially if you have some ambition and you can speak with conviction that you're gonna do things in this life, girls are absolutely gonna love it. And the last reason is that attractive people get treated better. So at this point in the video, we've gotten a bunch of stories that prove this, all the hypothetical comparisons and analogies that I used, but I really want to drive this point home, which is that when you are more attractive, people just treat you better. We had the example of my friend being 300 pounds, doing pizza delivery, making less in tips, people just kind of looking down on him, versus being 160, getting more tips, people being nicer. That's the most obvious one. But even in my own life, I mean, I remember being skinnier, not having too much muscle, and having some okay reactions from girls or nothing really happening or just getting rejected or no girls like when I was way younger in high school even looking my way. Whereas now I get so much eye contact, I get so much attention. I have girls sometimes come up and start conversations with me. And one of the primary reasons for this is because I'm very attractive between my body and my face. And now you can't control your face, but I feel that most guys have an attractive enough face. There's very few guys who have a face who is just not attractive at all. I think girls have it much worse. If you were born attractive as a girl, you were very, very lucky. And if you were born unattractive as a girl, you're very, very unlucky. Whereas most guys kind of fall in the middle. Most guys have an attractive enough face. Some are slightly better, some are slightly worse. But the real thing that you can control as a guy that will move the needle massively is your body. And when you develop your body and you make it very attractive, you as a result are the most attractive version of yourself, and people will 100% treat you better. You'll get more girls, you'll get more opportunities in business, it'll be easier for you to make friends. These are all things that stand true in my own personal life, and all my experiences back this up. So really understand that the more attractive you are, the easier your life is gonna be, and you have really no reason at this point not to get in the gym and build an aesthetic body. So if you're not already in the gym, Or if you are and you want to develop an aesthetic body, grab the guide. It's completely for free. It's going to help you massively. It's got 8 years of my fitness knowledge boiled down into there, and it's giving you all the nuggets and the gems that I wish I knew when I was getting started. It's completely for free. It's the first link in the description below.